Hey everybody, it's Jeff. If you want to get all three workouts in at once, so resistance training, your cardiorespiratory training, and your flexibility training, this is the video for you. It should not take too much longer than an hour, but let's see what happens. So we have our app open, so we have the workouts in, we can track it, we can start it. Let's start with the warm up. So as usual, if we don't do cardio first, we start with our burpees. So about a minute of burpees. I'm gonna start the timer on my watch. So nice and easy. Again, the burpees are a great full body warm up. See my ankles, my knees, my hips, my shoulders. We go down, we can try a couple push-ups. So we're strengthening, or we're not strengthening, but we're warming up our shoulder joints and all the muscles around our shoulder, including the back and the chest. So upper body and lower body warm up. We're also getting our breathing going, which is huge. We need our heart, we need our lungs kicking in and ready to work. We got our wrists warming up. All right. Shake it off. So we look at our app. We start with squats. We can do body weight squats. We want to try to get about 30 of them in, nice and slow. I want to start with about 30 seconds on the way, or not 30 seconds, 3 seconds on the way down. 1, 2 on the way up. 1, 2, 3. Remember your breathing. Inhale on the way down. Exhale on the way up. Go down to about parallel. Going up. About 7. Go down with my back. My back is straight. The neutral curve in my lower back is still there. Couple more. You can see my knees are above my feet. They're not past it. They're above, and I'm pushing with my heels. At this point, that was pretty easy. We're either going to put on a backpack or grab some dumbbells. Let's grab some dumbbells, see if I can get 20 more of these. My knees are aligned with my feet. They're both kind of pointing slightly outwards. So 5 more. Push through your heels. Keep that back straight. Shoulders back in your scapular retraction. 2 more. 1 more. Check a watch, about a minute recovery. So we did 10 reps of our body weight, and then we jumped in and we did 20 with some weight. It's gotta be breathing hard. Legs feel good. The glutes feel good. Actually, everything was slow. But the count of 3 on the way down, and then 1, 2, 3 on the way up. And no real rest. You don't want to be jumping. You don't want momentum to kick in. All right, next, do 2 sets of chest. First set will be if you have no equipment, and the second set will be if you do have equipment. You can obviously do 2 no equipment, 2 with equipment, whatever you want. It's fun to mix it up. So the goal is 15 slow reps. All right. That was about a minute. So remember the technique, shoulders down and back, arms about a 45-degree angle, keep the body straight. Remember your breathing. That was 10. 15. Check your timer. Go to minute break. Catch your breath. Give your upper body muscles a second to recover. And then fold my bench up out of the way. And then I just quickly fold it down. Towel handy. Think about what weights you're going to use on this next set. You want weights where at this stage, we can do about 15 reps. We're not worrying about going too heavy at this stage. All right. Get in position. If you're doing push-ups again, get ready to do another set of push-ups. You're going to mix it up and get to your dumbbells. Flat chest press. Come on over. All right, here we go. Whew. After my first set of push-ups with my 70-pound dumbbells, all I could get were 10 reps on that one. Yeah, it was tougher than I thought. I'm still a bit tired from the push-ups, just proving how a push-up really does work. All right, so as you can see, I went to failure on my chest. Did a really good slow set of push-ups with a backpack. Then went in and got 10 nice slow reps with a good heavy weight. It's a safe weight, but heavy weight. And I'm done for today. All right, move to our back. Since we're here, let's start with the dumbbells. So as we kind of recover, let's get our bench up to about 45 degrees. Get a weight that you can do about 15 times and get in position for our supported dumbbell rows. Body straight, shoulders at the top of the pad. Reach down with one, get the other. With a tight core, shoulders back. Nice and slow, no momentum. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. That's 10. Whew, that's about 15 reps. Nice and slow. Shoulders try to stay back. Little contraction at the top before slowly lowering it. All right. Put our weights back. And that, of course, is if you have equipment. If you don't have equipment, hopefully you did this one, which I will do for my second set of backs, which again, sheet in a knot, tied up, secure, and we do our rows. All right, get our arms even. All right, good 15 reps. Take another minute, catch your breath. Whew. So you can see in all these exercises, your core is tight, your lower back stays in that neutral curve for everything you do, and your shoulders up, back, and down in that scapular retraction position. That's very important for this next exercise, which are our lateral raises. So if you have Sukhans, Grab your soup cans. If you have dumbbells, you can use a really light dumbbell weight. I'll go grab some dumbbells here. Here we go. So, feet about shoulder width apart, legs bent, core tight, back straight, shoulders back and down, and nice and slow. One, two, 1, 2, 3. Check your shoulders, make sure they're back and down. Woo. Good set. All right, put your weights back. Get your breath for a minute. So we did our squats, we did our chest, we did our back, we did one really good, hard, slow, intense set of shoulders. Now we finish it off working our lower back and our butts and our hamstring with some deadlifts. Whew. So again, nice and slow. Going down, arms in front, the soup cans or the weights stay basically on your legs. All right, I don't want to see the weight out here. I want it in nice and close. Just go down past your knee. The back stays straight. We're hinging at the hip. Try 15 nice, slow sets. Legs slightly bent. Here we go. Nice and slow both ways. There's no rocking, no momentum. Keep your core really tight. Your back stays straight. You're hinging at the hip. Your butt goes out. Shoulders back and down. Let's get a few more. Very good. All right. Resistance training done. It took about 19 minutes. Very good. So now let's go over and do our cardio. Move the camera back. So remember, you can do cardio on really anything. You can do it on the treadmill, running. You can do it on your elliptical. You can do it on your recumbent bike. And you can do it on your spinning bike. Or you can do it like we used to do in class, running on the spot, sprinting on the spot, squats for the hills. You can do that as well for the intervals. I'm going to do mine on the bike. So I'll flip in, get my shoes. Whew. Yeah, that weight workout, the resistance training. If you're pushing yourself and you have a heavy enough weight, yeah, you get a workout. All right. Gonna need this towel. Bring my app up. All right. So again, we're trying to get this done quickly. So I'm gonna move fast. Let's clip in. Let's get started with our, so that was 21 minutes. I'm now going to switch over and start my cardio. All right, so I'm about to start mine in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start her up. Whew. All right, so take a minute to log in the resistance training workout we just completed. So I'm going to add in, I checked off all the weights, finished my workout, make any notes that you may want to remember, saying you tried this weight on the deadlifts and you got 15 easy. So just make a note of everything kind of noteworthy that'll help you with your next workout. You always want each workout you do, you want to try to get one more rep per exercise. Just to keep pushing yourself. Once you get to 15, and it's pretty easy, it's time to go up in weight. And then you may be back down to 10 reps the next time at the new weight. But 10 is still safe, and we'll work our way up to 15 when we jump up again. So we're just always striving for a personal best. So what we're doing now is, whether you're running, elliptical, it's a 3-minute warm-up. Get your legs going. Even though we're already pretty warmed up with weights, we want to get our heart and our lungs working faster. Get that heart rate up, because we're going to need the heart and the lungs working big time for our intervals. All right, so in my app, now start my cardiorespiratory workout. Starting workout now. Follow workout template. And you can see, do 3-minute warm up. Want to get our heart rate. I mean, it's already pretty high. So want to start to get it up to 50, 60% of our maximum heart rate. All right. We're now going to do 10 intervals. The first 5 will be sprints. So we want to, whatever machine you're on, we want to increase the cadence, increase the speed that your legs are moving, your body's moving. I'm going to try to do 1-minute intervals with a minute rest. In our app, If you're just beginning, do 30 seconds. I'll give you the cue. Here we go. First one. So especially if you're doing it for 30 seconds in a minute, we're not going at 100%. We're going at about 80%. If you're on a bike, keep your butt back in the seat, your shoulders back. That is 30 seconds right there. So my resistance is on the Peloton, it's at 48. And I'm trying to keep the cadence up around 110 during these intervals. 45 seconds. So I'm assuming you have the timer on your machine, so you probably don't need these cues, but I'll give them to you anyway, just in case. There's 1 minute. Catch your breath. So for my recovery, I want to keep the cadence around 80 rotations per minute. If you're running, you're just kind of going up and down with the speed for your interval. But for the speed intervals, we're not really adjusting the resistance. So if you're on a recumbent bike or an elliptical, not sure how the elliptical works actually. You may have to up the speed in order to increase your speed. But it's more for pace, more for speed. We'll get into the heavier resistance to climb later. Second interval starts right now. So get my cadence back up to 110. And again, it feels like about 80% intensity. It's not a full-out sprint, but it's not something we could sustain for much longer than our interval time, that's for sure. Butt back, shoulders back. That's 30 seconds. There's 40 seconds. There's 45. So right now, my heart rate is showing 154 beats per minute. 3, 2, 1. Whew, that was my minute interval. 50 more seconds of rest before our next interval. In the app, I've got my 25 minutes high intensity interval training, cardio workout open. I've checked off the warm up. I'm now doing the first set of intervals. And this is a 25-minute cardio workout. All right. 10 more seconds. You're on your bike. You don't want to be leaning on the handlebars. Third interval. Let's go. Lots of breathing. Stay right on your bike. Your hands are loose. Your core is doing a lot of the support. And remember on your strokes, especially if you have a bike where you're locked in, lift with your hip flexors. It's a nice wide rotation. You're lifting and pulling, lifting and pulling. That's 35 seconds, guys. That's 40 seconds. There's 45 for interval number 3. Keep reminding yourself Proper form. If you're running, shoulders back, down, there's your minute. Interval over. Recover. Yeah, so everything we do, elliptical, running, he's on his bike. Neutral curve in our back, our back stays straight. Our shoulders, get it in the scapular retraction position. So up, back, and down. Stays in that position. Get your breath. Towel off. All right. 10 seconds. And what is it? Is it just number 4? Why does it feel like much more than that? Here we go. Lots of breathing. My heart rate on 155. That is 30 seconds. If you're doing 30-second intervals, take a break. You earned it. That is 45 seconds. Three, 2, 1. Recover. All right. So you started at 3, 5, 7, 9. One more sprint at the 11-minute mark. If you're like me, your butt's starting to get a bit sore, but that's okay, because we're going to be out of the saddle in no time. All right, 15 seconds. We've got our last sprinting interval. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Lots of breathing, guys. Shoulders back, butt back, curve in your lower back. Keep that there no matter what you're doing. 30 seconds. That's a 30-second mark. "45 seconds. Five, 3, 2, 1. Recover. Yeah, checked off. Number 2. Now we do our climbing interval. So if you're on the treadmill, throw in some incline. Elliptical, I'm not quite sure what you do. I think you can do incline, make it a bit more difficult, more resistance. On the bike, obviously, we're recumbent, more regular, crank up the resistance. I'm going to stand up on mine. If you're recumbent, You're just pushing from your seat, but still the same thing. Here we go. My resistance goes from 48 up to, right now I'm at 72. You know, loose my hands there. I don't really even need my hands. Core is tight, shoulders are back. My hands are just on for balance. I'm not leaning. I'm going to pull with your hips, and not just pushing. 30 seconds is up. Good job. When you're done, obviously reduce the resistance back down to your recovery stage. It's 45 seconds. All right. Take a seat if you're on your bike. I'm cranking the resistance back down to 50. Put my kid to 48. Cadence about 80 rotations per minute. Just try to catch my breath. Yeah, these minute intervals are hard. That's why our focus is 30-second intervals until we strengthen our heart. However, if you find the 30s a piece of cake, no reason you can't go 45s for at least some of them. Here we go. 3, start to crank up the resistance. Interval number 2. I'm going to go a little bit higher this time. I'm at 74 resistance. One, two, 1, 2. I'm not going super fast. I probably could push harder, but not for a full minute. Heart rate has now increased. That's 30 seconds right there, 30 seconds. Heart rate's up to 160. I think it's about to go higher. It's 50 seconds. 8, 9, 10. Drop the resistance. And try to recover. So your recovery, you're still working during the recovery, just not quite as hard at the interval intensity. But it's not as if you've stopped. You're still working. Double check your form, regardless of what you're doing. Shoulders back and down. Curve in your lower back. Your core is tight. If you're on the bike, arms loose. Your butt back towards the back of the seat. Interval number 3, starting right now. Here we go. Bump up the resistance. Oh God. I'm at 76. My cadence alternating around 65. I think this is. 2, 1, 30 seconds. Good job, guys. Good job. Good heart interval. These are not easy. 53, 5 seconds, 3 seconds, 2. All right, recover. Good job, guys, good job. Number 3, you're so close. Now we gotta dig deep because it is tough. It's hard to believe that's only been 18 minutes. That's the beauty of these intervals. Heart rate up around 170 right now. But again, I'm a pretty conditioned guy, so my heart can handle it. As we're just starting, we keep it lower. 30-second intervals, not quite as hard. All right, here we go. Crank it up. Let's do this. Lots of breathing. You feel you have lots left in the tank. Give yourself a push. Leave it all out here. 26, 27, 28, 9, and 30. Good interval, guys. That's 40. There's 45. Two, 1, down. Reduce resistance. Yeah. Catch your breath. Grab a quick drink. Woo. Woo. Heart rate sticking up at 170. Down to 165 now. All right, here we go. 10 seconds. Our last hill interval. Push yourself right now, guys. Here we go. Increase it. Here we go. Lots of breathing. Your muscles need oxygen. "27, 29, 30. "45. Three, 2, 1. Drop the resistance. Down to your recovery mode. Keep the cadence around 80. So we're still kind of in that warm-up area of speed and resistance. Very important to not stop abruptly after some intense exercise like this. We need to give our body some active recovery time to catch our breath to slow all the systems down that we're operating on very high intensity. By moving and then stretching, what we're going to do, it helps continue that recovery process so that the blood gets circulated throughout the whole body. It just helps with the more effective and efficient recovery of all the systems that were just stressed. So on our app, we've completed the third set of exercises during this workout, which was our second set of intervals. We're gonna warm up, first set of intervals, second set of intervals. Now we're in our 3-minute cool down. And then we're gonna get down. We're gonna get our favorite timer app ready, and we're gonna go through our flexibility routine. One minute. So you can drop the resistance a little bit, slow it down even more. If you're on the treadmill, for example, you're walking at this point. Grab a drink. Hope you brought one with you. My heart rate down to about 150 now. So right up from 170, 2.5, 3 minutes in, it's already dropped 20 down to 150 and quickly recovering. All right, 15 seconds. And now, so I'll get this bench out of the way, got to switch out of my shoes and grab my mat and we'll get right into it. So probably in about 2 minutes. Woo. Stop my watch, which I'm tracking this. Stop the app, finished it. Get my app ready to track the flexibility workout. Certainly have a towel. Ooh. Whew. All right, let's get rid of the shoes. So again, on weekends, when you have a bit more time, maybe, hopefully, maybe you don't have to cram all 3 of these workouts together. But during the week, on a lunch break, or maybe even before you start work, you can absolutely get all 3 of these in pretty close to an hour. Way, roll my bench. All the way. Get my stretching mat. All right, get my stretching workout ready. Got my towel. And I get the timer all set. And you ready? 10 seconds to go. I've started the timer app that I'll use. And we'll start with our cat cows for 30 seconds. Here we go. Down, up. Tuck that hand right in. Bring the head back. This is really the only time I ever want to see our back being rounded when we're doing this cow. There's no resistance, there's no weight. It's a good little stretch. 3, 2, 1. All right. Let's do our forward plank. We go up in push-up position. We're going your elbows. Here we go. Your body as straight as you can. Remember your breathing. Your lower stomach should be tight, and your stomach is not sagging. That lower core is tight. Very nice. We get 7 seconds in between. Now we do this a little bit longer. Then go into side plank, one side. Just give my back a little stretch at this point. A little bit of movement helps to add a little bit of extra stress on the core as you try to balance myself while moving. So it's kind of fun. Slash not fun. If you feel your lower left obliques, your lower left side of your stomach, you feel how tight it is. All right, so that was 35 seconds. Recover, move over on your other side. So my heart rate now is down to 129 beats per minute. All right, let's do our bird dogs. We work the front, we work the sides. Let's work the back. Back with its natural curve, core tight. Right arm goes up, left leg goes back, and alternate. 1, 2, 3, and down. Try to keep your hips parallel to the ground. Lots of breathing. This is a great exercise for your lower, really all your back muscles, your lower and mid back muscles. Get a couple more in, and then we go into our child's pose to stretch the lower back. Fall right in between our legs, forehead to the mat, arms stretched out. If they're comfortable, make sure there's no pain anywhere. Oh, I really want to stay in that position longer. All right, get into our hip flexor stretch. Right leg down, left leg forward, lean. Hips are straight, level going forward, shoulders are straight. All our stretching is in this kind of upper right leg and up into our hips. Give yourself an extra little lean now that you have warmed up the hip flexor a bit. Heart rate's at 139 beats per minute. Keep it a little movement. All right, switch legs. Left leg down, right leg forward, lean forward. Again, your hips are level, they're not angled. Shoulders level. Now, use your leg for balance if you need to. So about halfway through, give yourself an extra little lean. Really feel that stretch in your left upper leg, your hip flexor, right up in your hips. All right, let's go down into the figure 4. Slide straight down. Left leg up. And I'm going to pull back on my right leg. Head, shoulders on the mat. Once you're about halfway through, give your leg an extra pull. Increase the intensity of that stretch. Your left
glutes and upper side, outside of the leg. Really feel the stretch. Oh, all right. Shake it out, other leg. Shoulders back, head back. Your lower back, make sure your lower back isn't being driven into the mat. Keep the natural curve. Really feel the stretch in your right butt muscles and the outside of your leg. Give an extra little pull. Now we're halfway through. Very nice. Give your legs a shake. All right, left leg up and then cross over. Your left shoulder, your left elbow should be on the ground. Remember that twisting is a key foundational movement of all human beings. So this stretching is very important to try to keep our twisting muscles, our obliques, and a whole bunch of other little muscles down deep in our core. Try to keep them flexible with a nice range of motion. All right, bring your leg up gently. Your other leg now, cross over. So with me, my right leg is crossed over, and both of my shoulders, both of my elbows are on the ground. Ensuring that my core and my hips are doing the twisting, and therefore the stretching. Remember to breathe. All right, very good. Legs up. All right, next, let's stretch our adductors. Feet together, bit of a butterfly stretch. So we lean forward, we press down with our elbows, we hold each of our ankles. Try to keep our shoulders back as much as we can. Try to keep our lower back with its natural, neutral curve position. And press down so that we're stretching the inside of our upper legs or our adductor muscles. Remember your breathing. All right, get your towel. Let's stretch our calves. Those are on the top part of our foot. And leg straight. My left leg straight. And I'm pressing back. Back stays in a straight, neutral position. Curve in our lower back. We're not rounding. Try to keep your shoulders back. Maintain a consistent stretch on the calf, or consistent pulling on the upper part of your foot. All right, 30 seconds. Switch foots, switch feet. Leg straight, pulling back on the top part of our foot so that we feel the stretch in the lower part of our leg or our calf muscle. Back straight, shoulders back, core tight. So again, the towel should be at the top part of our foot so that our foot is tilted back as we pull it. So we feel the stretch in our lower leg. That's good. Now, the towel goes back to our other leg, but it's at the bottom part of our foot. And right now, we're not really stretching our calf as much because our foot is straight. We're not pulling it back. But now as we lean forward, we feel the stretch more in the upper part of the back of our leg or our hamstrings. We want to pull ourselves forward, hinging at the hip. Don't round your back. Your left leg should be straight. Lean forward. Very good. Switch feet again. Lower part of our leg and pull forward. Hinging at the hip. Pull your body. You want to pull your chest towards your toe. Your toe, again, is staying straight. It's not being pulled back because the towel is at the bottom part of the foot. Our leg is straight. We feel the stretch more on the upper part of the leg. Very nice. 30 seconds. All right. Let's stretch the front part of our leg now. Grab it above our ankle and stretch back. So you feel the stretch in your upper left part of your leg. We're lying down so we don't have to worry about balance. Only thing we're concerned about is stretching the front part of our left leg, where all the quadricep muscles. All right. Roll over. Do your other leg. Again, you're grabbing above your ankle. Give your leg a little shake. Move back over. Now grab the top of your foot. Very similar stretch, but this time we're giving the front part of our lower leg a bit of a stretch as well. We're giving your shins a bit of a stretch. For you runners, this is an important one. So I like this too because it gives our quadriceps or upper legs a bit more of a stretch. We've got big muscles up there. But this time we're also adding in the front of our shin. So we stretched our calf, which is the back of our lower leg. It's important to stretch the front of our lower leg as well. All right, give it a shake, turn around, grab the top of our foot. And you can feel the stretch in our shin, or the front of our lower leg, as well as the front of our upper leg again. That's what I like about kind of duplicating our last few stretches. We give our big hamstrings and we give our big quadriceps kind of an extra 30 seconds of stretch as we also work on the smaller lower leg muscles, our calves and our shins. Man, all right, shake it out. Let's do some crunches. Remember your breathing. Keep the curve in your lower back. All the way down, and then just up slightly. A little contraction at the top. Get a few more in. Hold it. Shavasana. Lie down, everyone. Get your breath. Take a few deep breaths. All right, that was a workout. So that was another 16 minutes. We did about 21 minutes for the weights, 25-minute cardio, so we're 46, few minutes in between, say around that we're 50. This was 16 minutes, or a little over an hour. So now in 5 minutes, hour, 6 minutes, and we've just done all three. Doesn't get any better than that. Thanks, everybody. Talk to you soon.